Normally I'm doing the public Christianity spot and it's a great joy, but today we thought we'd introduce you to someone who's doing some public Christianity and is hopefully bringing some of that to our college life such that we can actually benefit from that. So would you please put your hands together for Dr. Sam Chan. Now we'll just make sure, Adrian, if we got Sam on the camera is fine just there. I want the tight focus on him, not on me.
Well, it's hard because I'm Asian and I'm short, so I see he's already lowering it. I'm in the shortest 1% of the population. So, I've told my boys when you grow up, you're going to be just like me, not very good looking and very short, so no girl is ever going to like you. Your only chance in life is to study hard and make a lot of money. So I'm looking forward to the Zacchaeus talk.
The Zacchaeus sermon is like
But
on point
if you
today.
have your Greek open, the Greek is ambiguous because it says Zacchaeus could not see Jesus because he was short. So it's not clear whether it's Jesus was short or Zacchaeus was short. So I'm very uplifted by that.
Do you know there's been...
So my Lord and Saviour is probably the shortest 1% of the population as well.
There's a recent scholarly article actually arguing for this, written by an Asian gentleman.
Thank you.
It's exciting times. All right, Sam, 30 seconds.
Wow.
Who are you?
Okay, born in Hong Kong, grew up in Australia, lived the Asian dream, studied medicine at Sydney University, burnt out after 4 or 5 years. One thing led to another, found myself at Sydney Missionary and Bible College, began with a 1-year certificate, morphed into a 3-year Bachelor of Theology, went overseas to the USA, did a PhD at Trinity Evangelical Divinity School in Chicago. That's where I met Kit Barker, Jensen Condren, Alan Thompson, told and all come to SMBC. That's why they are here. I should get a spottosphere. I played rugby with Kit Barker in Chicago. His nickname was the fire hydrant because he was short and stubby, but he was fast. Jensen Condren, I remember when he came over here, he was just newly married. He brought his wedding gifts here, a TV and a coffee machine, and none of them worked with the Australian voltage, of course, but he did not know that. Alan Thompson is way smarter than you think. Like he was a teaching assistant for Don Carson. Don Carson wrote that big book, Justification and Variegated Nomism, Volume 2. Alan Thompson did the subject indexing for that book. So he knows Don Carson better than Don Carson knows himself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So then I too ended up Sydney Missionary Bible College. I did a PhD in theology. It was on the speech, act theory and preaching. So the theology of preaching. And I taught theology, ethics, preaching, evangelism and apologetics here. Did that for 9 years. And then one thing led to another. And now I've been with City Bible Forum doing public evangelism for about 10 years.
Fantastic. Are you tired?
Oh, no, this fires me up. Just to see a full house at Principal's Hour, and the worship was so good. I'm so glad to be here.
Fantastic. So we're going to go into a few things. Just if you didn't pick up, he's Doctor, okay?
I work 1 or 2 days a week as a doctor, and I get to work with Mark's sister, who's a nurse at Lakeview Private Hospital. Yes.
It's true. There's nothing like a surgical suite to get to know people, is there? Yeah, it is actually quite a
It shows the
place.
SMBC universe is so
Absolutely,
tight.
You don't realise how much they talk whilst you're under the anaesthesia.
Oh, yeah, you have no idea.
Okay, let's talk about some of the things you do.
Sure.
You do multiple things in this world.
Yes.
The first thing we're going to talk about, and we're going to have some slides pop up here, is the Keller Centre. There you are with some of the worthies of apologetics.
Sam Aubrey, Glenn Scrivener, Rebecca McLaughlin in New York City.
And the spirit of Ian Maddock is strong in that shirt.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you.
And you're doing your weird symbol there.
Korean love heart.
Okay.
I talked them all into doing the Korean love heart. They didn't even know what it meant, but they trusted me. I said, you won't look stupid. I promise you. Just do it. Do it for the photo.
Rock and roll. So what is, in, again, 30 seconds, the Keller Centre?
Sadly, we all knew Tim Keller was dying, so then they thought, okay, let's find 25 people from all over the world and create the Tim Keller Centre Fellows. And these people will continue the work of Tim Keller, especially in the area of cultural apologetics, where you speak the gospel to today's culture, to today's cultural narratives.
Fantastic. So that is a kind of worldwide, global collaborative, but you have also a primary mission kind of location in City Bible Forum. Give us a sense. Some of us may have been involved with City Bible Forum.
Yeah, so it's workplace ministry. It's faith at work and all of that, the value of working out there. But it's more than that. We network Christian workers in the workplace and we equip and empower them to reach out to their friends in the workplace, to do workplace evangelism. And my role is to do public speaking evangelism. So if there's an event that's put on, I come and I give the talk, sometimes to in-house Christian groups. They might put in an event, I speak there. Or we might put a public event on and I speak there. And one of the very strategic areas we've been exploring is that D&I umbrella, diversity and inclusiveness. I come in as a person of faith and I get to speak about what it's like to be a person of faith.
Fantastic. So that is a very city-focused, the city worker type ministry. Yeah. So there are now two initiatives, one that involves us and one that you are piloting, that you are kind of inviting people into. We'll talk about our one at the end, but there is a first one, a thing called EVQ.
Yes.
Tell us what EVQ
EVQ, because we all know about IQ, but do you have EVQ, Evangelism Quotient? So the School of Evangelism, and we're targeting two main areas of evangelism: personal evangelism, how to tell friends and family about Jesus. Usually when you get equipped in evangelism, it's how to talk to a stranger on a plane, train, or university campus. But how do you talk to your friends and family about Jesus, people that you see every day for the rest of your life? And also the other stream is public speaking evangelism, how to talk to secular people in the secular spaces. And so what we do is we equip you in three ways. There are resources, yes, but information alone doesn't lead to transformation. So for behavioural change, you need one-on-one mentoring. So I've been mentoring people in personal evangelism. I meet with them once a month, and it's so exciting. Just watch how they evangelism is happening, and also upskills my own game in personal evangelism. So just even last night, one of my neighbours came to a Christianity Explored course with me. So it's so fun to watch personal evangelism actually happening. One of the people we're mentoring, he was a junior doctor. He started reading the Bible with a work colleague. So it's so exciting to see this actually happening for real. And also we put you in a cohort with other evangelists. So every month you just check in with each other and say, hey, how's it going? You know, you talked about, your friend Michael. Did you get to talk to Michael about Jesus? Stuff like that. So there's personal evangelism, but there's also public speaking evangelism where, we'll talk more about that maybe a bit later. But for EVQ, just go to evq.org.au. evq.org.au, and there you see a video of me explaining it, and there's a button you can push and it measures your EVQ barometer. And then you can see the roadblocks that are stopping you from doing personal evangelism and how we might be able to equip and help you tell your friends and family about Jesus. evq.org.au. I dare you not to click on that button, but you know you want to. So click on it now. It'll just be a 1 or 2 minute survey.
Absolutely.
And it'll change your life. You will be telling friends and family about Jesus.
You can come to the front now, people. The buses will wait. We're getting towards evangelistic preaching, which you're exemplifying for us at the moment, Sam.
Yes.
And that, of course, that barometer is not based on a face scan, but you probably answer some questions or something
That's
like
right.
that. Okay,
That's
it's
right.
good to know. So, evangelistic preaching is the final thing we want to talk about, because we're actually running a unit with yours truly, actually teaching in August an intensive on evangelistic preaching. You can see a QR code there up in the top right. Tell us a little bit about why we all should be doing that unit, and that includes you who are watching at home.
Yes, because it's in the DNA of every Christian to want to tell their friends and family about Jesus. But how can we do that in secular spaces to secular people where they are? So it's upskilling us on that. You'll be equipped and empowered. You find new ways of doing it. You learn from other people doing it. I've had 30 years of experience doing this. And so you will walk away thinking, you know what, I can do this. I can actually give a public talk in a public space to secular people about Jesus. The way I usually pitch this is this. Imagine if you brought your non-Christian friend to an event and up the front was John Lennox or John Dixon or Glenn Scrivener speaking. You go, yes, how good is that? But, and I've had their permission to say this, John Dixon and John Lennox are getting very old, all right? So we need a whole new generation to replace them ASAP.
I'm not quite sure Dixon and Lennox are the same level of old at the moment.
Yeah. So you can be that new generation that replaces John Dixon and John Lennox.
I'm going to email John and tell him it's good that you're in your final days, John.
Well, he's older than he looks.
He's older
That's
than
all
you
I want
think.
to say.
Okay, that's all right. All right, so that, ladies and gentlemen, is a unit that you can take for credit, but it's also a unit that you can audit.
So you can just rock it up, audit that. It's a 1-week intensive in August, or you can take it to for ACT credit for any degree that you're working on right now.
So you can also send that to your friends who are studying at other ACT colleges and need to realise the benefits of SMBC.
And it's super, 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 super practical. It's about preaching.
Fantastic. Can we thank Sam?
Thank you.